Alright, welcome back. Dave, ABQ, SC&C. Today we are doing a Madden 19 rebuild. Gotta figure out which team we're going to do here. A couple choices. We're going to start a new franchise on Madden 19 and rebuild one of these teams. It's football week, so I figured we'd try some Madden out, get some teams up. Of course, my team's the first one to pop up. It doesn't have the updated rosters, as some players still haven't changed teams yet. Let's see if we could do the Bengals, the Bills. Bucks are horrible, but their stats are good, so we're going to leave them alone. Cardinals are horrible. Like I said, a couple choices here. Falcons were good a couple years ago. The Giants are horrible as well. Their saving grace is pretty much Saquon Barkley. Still have Odell on the team. I would not have traded him. They basically traded away all their good players in the offseason here, or got rid of them in free agency. Everybody else is just trash. So we're going to pick the Giants. New York FootballbGiants Giants. We're going to rebuild these guys and hopefully, in the salary cap era, make them into a decent team here. So, I know you've seen our low-budget football show where we all made picks. If you haven't, check it out. We all made way too early football picks. Next week, we will be making way too early basketball picks for the NBA. And then once we get back into week one for baseball, we will be making our playoff baseball picks. Who's going to make the playoffs? A couple of them are pretty easy. We got a few new players for the basketball picks and the baseball picks, so we'll see how those guys do. And we'll be picking MVP, Cy Young winners, Rookie of the Year for baseball as well. So a couple things I don't really do here. The weekly training, they can take care of that. Injury management, they can figure out if they're going to go on the IR or not. I don't really care about all that. At Madden 19, trades are a little different on this one. Sometimes you can make really, really good trades, and sometimes teams are just like, nope. Most times it's, especially with the way the game is nowadays, most trades are not as realistic as, like Madden would not approve the Antonio Brown trade or the Odell Beckham trade to Cleveland. So it wants to start in the regular season, but we're going to start preseason. That way we can cut some guys, make some trades, finalize our rosters. Just going to get rid of Pat Shurmur. Make our own coach here. Got a couple choices. You can get a motivator who gives you a trade value, a strategist gives you scouting, and the other guy gives you, I believe, happiness or whatever. There you go. Team builder gives you helps you with your weekly goals. I'm more interested in the trade guy. But we had it on coach, so we're actually going to pick owner. That way we can relocate if we have to, or do whatever we need to do on this one. We're going to create a new one. You get your choice. You can be a former player that owns a team, a lifelong fan that bought a team, or the financial mogul like the Jacksonville Jaguar guy who wants to move the team to London, I believe is what it is. Each one has its good sides and its bad sides. We're going to pick the mogul just to get some more money here. That way we can improve the stadium or do whatever we need to do. I think the Giants stadium is actually pretty decent. They just recently built that thing, so they do share it with the Jets, but sharing is caring, right? Alright, just going to change the name up. No way we can be ABQ, SC&C. They won't let me use the @ symbol, so we're going to have to use the word and. As much as I hate to do it, we are the G-Men. There we go. A-N-D. C. Once again, you're watching our very first issue of Madden Rebuild. Rebuilding the G-Men, the New York Giants. Week 1 on the channel, we usually do baseball. Week 2 on the channel is football, as we are in that right now. Week 3 is basketball. We got a couple of older basketball boxes. We got a 93, 94 Fleer basketball, and I believe 2015, 2016 Donruss to open next week. Message us to find out how to get in as a sponsor on those breaks, and any cards we pull will be yours. So we're going to go in. It tells you your salary, some comments from Twitter about what's going on with your current situation. Like I said, we're going to get rid of Pat Shurmur. I'm basically going to dump the whole coaching staff and just get a whole new one here. Clean slate for the new owner. The awesome ABQ, SC&C. So we got 3 guys that are available right now. Hedrick, Turner, and Pita. It really doesn't matter, as we are just going to, like, the offensive scheme and defensive scheme. I usually run the 4-6. Nobody on this game really features it. And with Barkley, we're going to want more of a run-first offense. So we're just going to go. Oh, still can't choose here. And there's not much difference in salary here. 6.16 to 6.5 is not that big of a difference. So first we have to fire Pat Shurmur, and then we can hire somebody. Oh look, Pat Shurmur's available. Should we get him? He was cheap, I'll tell you that. Eeny, meeny, miny, Hedrick. Alright, so on to the scout staff. I'm gonna fire my guy. This game is easy to find quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. It is harder to find offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and especially linebackers. Very good linebackers in this game. Most of the guys are in the 70s, if not low 70s, as you start playing. So the more we can evaluate that talent on the linebackers, the better for me. O-line, we just basically rotate the guys out as they get up there. If they're in the 90s, I will definitely keep them. Defensive linemen are hard to find as well, but they aren't involved in as much of the action. The ends are more valued in this game, as they are more of the pass rushers. But this team's going to be horrible right away anyway, so I'd rather get my linebackers up. We already have a good safety in Landon Collins. We just need a compliment to him. Yeah, if I can, I'm not going to let go of Collins. Collins is pretty good. I know he's a free agent after this year, so we'll see what happens. But as of right now, my thought is to keep Landon Collins, keep Odell Beckham, and probably trade Eli, because he's just horrible. At this point, I would take Blake Bortles over Eli, and everybody who knows me knows how much I hate Blake Bortles. All right, so we have our coaching staff set up. You can see on the right-hand side it shows some people are happy, some people are not. But we do have a new head coach, a new head scout, and a new head trainer. Got a welcome screen that says welcome at ABQ SC&C, as we are the new owner for the New York FootballbGiants. Alright, so we're going to go check out our team here. These are our guys. We got Odell, Saquon, Shepard, and Evan Ingram as our top guys. Eli's a quarterback. You can see they have Odell as a superstar in this game. We're going to explore some trade options, and we'll show you if we get anything good. Right now we're going to go into our free agents. And we're going to pick up Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, who's rated at an 85. If these guys, we got Julius Thomas here as well as the tight end. Averill, Decker, and Incognito is pretty high as well. We'll use them as trade bait to try to stockpile some draft picks. But if there is a big discrepancy on how they are compared to how our starters are, we're going to keep them for the year. Most of them are in the mid early 30s, so they are going to decline as we go on. Just how the game does it. But for right now, we'll hang on to these guys, and hopefully we'll be able to trade them away for younger, better talent. But there we go, Cliff Averill, 82. He is one of us now. Got Eric Decker here. If you're wondering why you can't hear the sounds, I hadn't turned the music down yet, and even if I get like 3 seconds of a song in here, it just kind of just doesn't put a hit because I'm not actually putting the song on there. But so just gonna keep the sound off just so we don't get any copyright infringements here. Richie Incognito, we're picking him up, 79. Shore up our offensive line, as our offensive line is horrible. Gonna check out the team, see how we improved it here. We got Eli at a 76 as our best quarterback, and he's 37. He's draining $13.3 million this year, $17.8 million next year. Got to get rid of him. Just at that, he's just not worth it. So we got Saquon, age 21, at an 88 on his rookie deal, 4 years. We do have a fullback. I do like using fullbacks in Madden. And then our wide receivers, Decker came in at 3rd, but we'll probably end up trading him. Definitely going to keep Odell. We did not get any good trades for him, as most teams wanted like a 1st and a 5th or 6th rounder, and that is not nearly good enough. Julius Thomas comes in 2nd. So we'll probably end up trading him. And here's our O-line. I got Sauter at a 78. Most of these guys are going to be 78. Incognito and Hernandez at a 79. Both of our centers are 71, so you can see we're mid to low 70s. Jay Brown, 72. That's probably where we'll plug Incognito. And then right tackle, look how horrible this is. 67 and 65, so we still need to find one more person, at least in the 70s, so our offensive line is a little bit decent. Here's our defensive line. Morrow, 73, 74, they're mid-range. Averill bounced up to the top at an 82, so we're probably going to have keeping him. We got Tomlinson and Jenkins, so we need another defensive tackle just for rotation purposes. Linebackers, yeah, everybody's like mid-70s here. So while they're okay, they are not horrible, but they're not really good either. They're just middle of the road here. Middle linebacker, once again, low 70s. They traded for Ogletree last season, and he is just, in this game, he's horrible. Olivier Vernon is the highlight of the linebacking core, and they traded him away at the end of the season. So Giants were just selling whatever they could, basically. We picked up Cromartie, and he is at the top with Janoris Jenkins. Safety is 73, Riley. And Landon Collins, the other lone Ranger here, at 84. They ended up getting rid of him at the end of the season. Our kicker's an 84, and our punters are 74. I don't really care about the punter. We're not going to be doing much of that, probably. So we're going to pick up a few more guys just to help us out here. Robert Ayers is another end. He is at 78, which is still going to be better than the 73 or 74 that the guys were at that we had. So he'll be a one-year pickup here. Navarro Bowman, 78, much better than the 74 that we had at our middle linebacker spot. Be another one-year pickup for us. Muhord will be the other offensive lineman, and he is 78, which is way better. We can plug him in at right tackle, and he'll be a definite improvement over whatever the 67 or 65 guys were. Will Ty, he's 26 and a 77 for tight ends. He fits our scheme. So once we get rid of Thomas, he'll plug right in as the second or the third tight end. He's quick, so that's why I like him at tight end. Just checking out our other options here, as I think just looking for anybody like that. We need another defensive tackle, so it's either Baker at 30 or Washington at 28. They're both 75, so it really doesn't matter. But we need a breather guy so that our defensive tackles don't wear themselves out. So we're going to go with Washington. He's a couple years younger, same rating. Just going to see what else is out there. McClellan, a right linebacker, is 75. Not fantastic, not horrible. We're going to be middle of the road here. Let's see how we did here. So still horrible at quarterback. Just going to get rid of Eli eventually and go with them. Going to check tight end. So Ty's fourth, but once we get rid of Thomas, he'll move up. As him and Ingram are the two young guys here. So Muhord bounced up to the top of the right guard, so we might even actually put Incognito at right tackle. And then try to draft some guys or trade for them during the season. We'll see how it goes. We do have some draft picks we can use. Ayers and Averill are at the top of the ends. Washington jumped up even above Jenkins to go for the backup defensive tackle. Connor Barwin, man, he had some good years. According to this game, he's not so good anymore. Bowman is at the top of the middle linebackers. And McClellan will back up all the linebackers here, that way. So we got a couple 80s at cornerback. I would like to have a little higher than 74 as my slot guy, so maybe we'll look for somebody else here. See who's available. We got Vontae quit at halftime Davis and Terrence Newman, who's 9 years older, but Newman fits our scheme, So for 1 year in the slot position at a 78, I'll take that. I always like Terrence Newman anyway. I like Vontae when he came out with the Bills, but... Alright, so we got Terrence in the slot. It gives us something a little better than a 74 for our third cornerback. We got the option to upgrade somebody here. Let's see who it is. It is Landon Collins. So we get the option to upgrade his run support, his hybrid, or his zone. We're going to try to get everything together here and upgrade his zone, just because he's going to be playing a lot of it in the 4-6. I like that his run support is up there, as the 4-6 will have him playing up as well. He is the 13th ranked strong safety in the entire league, and the Giants basically just gave up on him. They said they were hard selling. So we're just going to acknowledge that we hired all these guys, but we're ending the video here, as this is the end of the first part. Second part, we'll be trying to trade Eli away. We want to thank everybody for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Give the video a like. Comment. Let us know what you'd like to see us do. If you have certain players or think we should or